Hey friends, been terrible about getting some video today and yesterday. We've been kind of shop time, sort of that time of year. We've been doing maintenance on equipment, starting some oil changes, cleaning things up, air cleaners, cleaning out the cabs, tire pressures, all that good stuff. This is an old truck we use kind of as a backup to the semi during harvest, and it's getting a carburetor pulled off and scrubbed down and cleaned up. We had it off a couple times today, cleaning passageways on it, and it's just not right still. So it's going to get dipped in some carb cleaner and put back together. So working on that truck, tire pressures and all the good stuff that we do there too. And what else are we doing? We've been installing some new air lines in the shop. I don't know if you can see that, but up high across the top of the building and down through the shops, that blue line up there, we've been doing airline drops all through the shops. And I don't know, cleaning some things up. I do know that. These are our drops in the shops that we put, but there's a air chuck there and a place to bleed the air off, and trying to put those every 25 or 50 feet down through the shops. So been working on that. Then we picked up a used stock trailer, and the boys have been sanding on it, and we repainted it, redid the lights and the wiring. We've had the wheels and tires off, repacked the wheel bearings, looked at the brakes, made sure everything was good. It's going to get a couple of new tires, and I think it's done and ready to go into service. There's trucks and different pieces of equipment are pinstriped, or I forget what they call it. They kind of have a name for it, and I don't suppose everybody has a set of pinstripe brushes on their farm, but it's something I kind of picked up from a guy who's a real cool guy and a really great pinstriper, Matt Lamborn. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or not, but I'm going to tag him. Hey Matt, how's it going? Don't look at this, I'm a hack. Matt is Matt's a savant. He's the Mozart of the stripe brush. But anyway, we're pinstriping this trailer. We got to put a couple of new tires on it. I sorted out the lighting the other night on it, the brakes and tail lights. So gonna have a new stock trailer here pretty soon. And then Braden's been wanting to get an old four-wheeler running that's been parked for a couple of years, and so this has been his project, and a few of us been helping him out here and there, but we did get a new battery in it and dumped the fuel tank and cleaned the fuel lines and got the motor running, so we know it's a worthy project. So now it's going to get some new tires and a few other odds and ends, but I think he's going to have it running and cleaned up and looking pretty good. So that's another project that we've been working on. This time of year, we just start bringing equipment in, doing oil changes, service work, anything it needs. We kind of go through it, get it ready for the season. So that's sort of what we've been up to. And we've got a couple surprises too we're going to show you. So those, I think, will be in this video. We'll see.
And birthday and Christmas.
Hey friends, You're in the basement. And
First
we're
time.
hiding a...
Surprise!
What is it?
What's it called?
Yeah.
Harvest Right.
Yeah.
Freezer.
So we bought a freeze dryer for our Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthdays.
Anniversary, Christmas.
For a while. But anyway, we bought a Harvest Right. So we're going to do some videos along the way, freeze drying some stuff.
Right.
Freeze drying, you retain 97 to 98% of the nutrition of whatever you're preserving. So it's way better than canning. And how long does it last?
Gosh.
25 years. 20 to 25
yeah.
years. So canning doesn't last that long. And so, and there's certain things you can freeze dry, and there's certain things that's better to can. And we've watched a lot of videos, and so we decided it's time to just
do it.
Just do it. So we've got one here, and we're gonna experiment a little with the first round. We haven't even run this yet. We set it up today and had some other things to get done. Been working out in the shops, and so this evening here we are in the basement. So we're going to load up some trays. I don't know. Take 41-3, I don't know. So a Harvest Right, the way they work is they freeze your food to minus 40, I think it is. Mm-hmm. And you put your food items in these trays, and you freeze your food to minus 40, and then it applies a vacuum with this vacuum pump that's back here. And the frozen food gases off. Instead of going from a frozen to a liquid, it goes from a frozen to a gas, and the vacuum pump pumps the gas out. So when you're done, you've got a freeze-dried product that it thaws back out, so it's at room temperature, but there's no moisture in it, and it's all fluffy from the vacuum process, and so it's super dry. And then if you want to rehydrate it, like say it's all carrots, you can put them in a bowl and put some hot water over them, and they'll... So if you had a whole bunch of vegetables, you can mix them all together, put some hot broth on them, and you have soup. But you've got 98% fresh vegetables in your soup that might be 20 years old or a year old that you canned from your garden last summer. So that's the idea of how it works. We're going to try some things, and we'll get back with you. You have anything you want to say? No, we're just going to try it?
You're just going to try it.
Okay. Okay, so we've prepared bananas and sugar snap peas and healthy and nutritious gummy bears grown in our garden. No, sorry. We really didn't do that. And then mangoes and sliced carrots. So we're going to
Can I open this?
put them in our freeze right, and we will see what happens. It's freezing. We started the cycle on it, and we're going to open the door and load in our delicious and nutritious gummy bears. And mangoes and carrots and bananas and sugar snap peas. Okay. Oh, and we have to put this really cool little insulator with the logo on it. Some marketing person came up with that. Okay. And we shut the lid all the way, and it's sealed, and it's starting a cycle. The cycle on one of these, we understand, is about 20 hours-ish. So
Yeah.
tomorrow afternoon, we'll have freeze-dried stuff.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And we'll have some videos on that. Everybody says around $1.50 to $2.50 a run for electricity. So $1.50 to $2.50 for all of that we put in there. And then you can put it in Mylar bags, or you can backpack it and put it in Mylar bags, or you can put it in bell jars.
Yes.
Put them in here and vacuum them out so that they have no oxygen in them, and store on a shelf in a basement. The unit itself is running, but the vacuum pump will come on at a certain point in the cycle, and it's a little bit louder. So most people put these in their garage or their basement, and that's why ours is in the basement. So what do you plan to do with this summer?
Well, with all the vegetables that we have that we are growing, we're going to be, other than just canning, we're going to be freeze drying tomatoes and our carrots and cucumbers, and hopefully we're going to try to put some lettuce, kale into a jar and vacuum seal it and see how it preserves.
You can also turn kale and lettuce and spinach and things like that into a powder after it's freeze dried, and put it in
To shakes,
shakes
protein shakes
and
and
soups and hide it in meals that if kids don't eat vegetables, you can stick it in their brownies. Haha. So anyway, those are all things you can do with freeze dried products out of the harvest right. And this is our first run. You guys are right here along with us, and we'll let you know how it goes.